Get ready to retch. Thanks to old Joe, your hard-earned taxpayer dollars are now paying for therapy sessions for traumatized journalists.
Team Biden approving $5.7 million in grant money for a program that provides psychological care to reporters who feel like they're victims of, quote, misinformation-driven harassment campaigns. Join us now, Fox Across America host Jimmy Fallon and fact-checking the fact-checkers, author Matt Palumbo. Matt, good to see you as well.
Boom!
Boom, chicka boom. Jimmy, I got to tell you what, most of these people who are harassed online as journalists, they got the stories wrong.
Well,
They're
that's
putting
the
out
thing.
misinformation and they were harassed for it.
Yes,
now they get paid?
That $5 million works out to $1 for every anonymously sourced bombshell during the Mueller probe that went the wrong way. I mean, give me a break. If you want to avoid being the subject of what they're calling targeted harassment, maybe learn how to do your job. You know what I'm saying? You know when people heckle the right fielder at Yankee Stadium when he drops fly balls? Right. But you know what the Yankees do? They don't set up a fund and pay him extra for sucking at his job. They make him take more infield, outfield. So get out there, hit some fungos to the Washington Post, and maybe we don't have to bubble wrap them on Twitter. How about that?
But this will only heighten the trolling because
yes,
now it reveals how truly thin-skinned these hacks are.
Well, I was going to apologize because I believe I might single-handedly be responsible for causing this. And after I'm doubling down on everything. And it's, as you guys said, it's the worst journalists that get this abuse. Journalists who do a great job and tell the truth, you might get a troll comment here and there, but it's not this widespread abuse they claim to get. So maybe this will incentivize them to actually report the truth for once.
Think about that. You're paying people extra for sucking at their jobs. I was a cab driver. You telling me if I hit a pond, I should get a bonus? I mean, that's kind of what they did.
Being trolled
they give away our money. We're $33 trillion in debt, and they just throw it out.
Well, that's the thing. Now, our government's living like that friend who owes $400,000 on their Amex. What's another free dinner?
Exactly.
It's sad. This is what we are now.
The most vile cocktail of arrogance and insecurity. That is a journalist writing for the New York Times, the Washington Post. Students at a Pennsylvania high school standing up, or rather walking out for their rights, protesting a decision by the school board there to allow transgender students to use whichever bathroom they identify with. Despite backlash from students and parents, the superintendent defended the decision.
We have Policy 103. It calls out gender identification as a protected class. This is our policy right here. It did not have to come to this social media, let's further divide the community and hurt more kids as opposed to support.
Somebody hand the lady with the horrible haircut a Sharpie so she can cross out the policy on the piece of paper, Matt.
Well, it's the whole trans bathroom debate is sort of a non-issue in that if you go to any public school in this country, and at least when I went to school, if you go to the nurse's office, there is a single-use restroom there. It's gender neutral, whatever you want to call it. And, you know, the transgender population is like 0.3%, so that should be able to accommodate them. But then you look in kind of the greater world, if I go to Walmart, if I go to the grocery store, there's always 3 bathroom options. There's male, female, and the sort of changing room handicapped one. So just use that. There's no, you know, if your solution is to mix women and children, or men and women, I think there's some negative motives there when this exists.
And Jimmy, it's interesting. She wants to say that the kids who are protesting this policy are the divisive ones. She's not the divisive one by saying, I want to let boys go shower with girls.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, and there's no regard for the well-being, emotional well-being, or physical, as we saw in Loudoun, in Virginia. But if you just broke it down to a superficial level, nobody wants to hear Motley Crue sing Smoking in the Them's Room. You know what I mean? They just don't. And what happens to graffiti? For a good time call, actually, she's here. How weird is this? Okay, no, everybody deserves their own thing. And this is the issue, okay? We are the tolerance side because we are saying you can be this thing you want to be. We're not saying you can't be it. We're just saying you can't be it at the expense of someone else, okay? But they're saying that's not enough. No, we have to do it at the expense of someone else, which I don't think is tolerance. You're not coexisting with, you know, you're saying, no, just give me what I want, or you're a murderer, or you're a transphobe, which is not true. Okay, I'm worked up about this. Look at me.
I'm a chick.
Yes.
It's one word, consent.
Yeah.
If I'm a teenager, consent. You have to consent to come in my...
Imagine
Guys, it's tyranny of the minority. It's too bad. All right.